Okay. So yesterday we had discussed about lookup, multicast, and then merge, right? So today let's discuss about conditional split. Okay. So conditional split is nothing but yeah. Conditional split transformation. The name itself says based on the conditions the data will be splitted, right? So the conditions will give it in the conditional split transformation. Let's say if conditions equals to 2, we'll give two conditions and the output will be 3. Why? Because if you give two conditions, there will be output satisfied for two conditions. Let's say if there is an employee.
Amar.
Yeah.
Yesterday you asked about lookup.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
Everyone getting the same error?
Yeah, not a error. It's executing and showing how many records we are inserting. That many non-matching. It's going to that non-matching destination.
Yeah, yeah.
Not like one time one.
I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Okay.
So within the employee salary, if you have salaries like 1,000 and then 2,000, 3,000, let's say 10,000 and 40,000, 50,000. So if there are values like this and you have given a conditions to load data, let's go on mute. If you give conditions, two conditions, let's say if you want to load data employee salary less than some 3,000 into one destination. Another condition is employee salary greater than if we give greater than some 40,000, right? So how many conditions we have given here? We have given two conditions. So what will be the output for less than 3,000? So it will be these three records, right? And what will be the output for greater than 40? It is 50,000, right? So and what is the data in between? This is the data which doesn't satisfy these conditions, right? Correct. So that will be your third output. If we give conditions as 2, then the output will be 3. That's what the meaning. So the two conditional output will be 1, 2 outputs, and unconditional output is an unsatisfied conditional output is one more. So that's why in real time, if we give n conditions, the output will be n plus 1, right? Any questions? The explanation, guys. So conditional split will accept a source, one source, and then the data will be splitted based on the conditions. We'll give it in the conditional split transformation. If we give two conditions, the output will be 3. And I told you the reason why it is 3. So there will be a satisfied output for two conditions, and there will be one more output which doesn't satisfy the condition. So that is the third output. So that's why all the times if you give n conditions, the output will be n plus 1. Clear? Okay, let me show you this practically. I'll take the example table is SSIS EMP details here and we'll try to apply the conditions here, okay, based on the salaries. So I'll give condition as one is where, no, first let me write it, where salary we will be less than some 5,000. I'll give one condition, and we have less than 5,000 records also, right? And I'll give one more condition as salary greater than, let's say, yeah, maybe greater than 10,000 I'll give. Okay, these are the two conditions which I'm gonna give in the conditional split, and I'll take source as April 2021 database, and the table is SSIS EMP details, right? So let me drag data flow task, and here conditional split, and I'll take source OLEDB source, conditional split transformation, and the destination is OLEDB destination. Let me take two destinations for now, and if required we can take three also, right? And my source is April 2021 database, and the destination is, I mean the table name is SSIS underscore EMP details, and these are the columns available. Let me drag the connector to conditional split, and in the conditional split, so here in the left side you can see variables and then columns. So variables are nothing but which will create. I'll explain you what are these variables, and there you can see the system variables as well. So within the system variables you can see creation date, package name, right? So those system defined, see here package name. So it will hold the, see in SSI, in SQL also I told you, right? What is a variable? It will holds the value of a data type. So here system defined variables are there, which will holds the package name and package ID, mission name, right? So these are the input and task name, right? So these are the available input system defined variables, and if you create it, that is user defined variables, and it will show up here. Since we did not create, I'll explain you that. And the columns here, so columns is which it will come from the source, right? And in the right side you can see some operations, functions like mathematical functions. If you want to apply over there, you can apply it, right? So mostly we won't use it, and you can see the string functions here, left, right, lower, L trim, R trim, right? You know this, right? Reverse replicate. And if you wanted, we can use this one. So we have this facility, and we have date time functions as well. So date part, date diff, right? So if you're working with any date columns, you can also do that conversions here and typecast, right? So these are the data conversions. So we can use it, but for now, I don't think so we needed those. So let me drag salary. So we need to write a condition based on the salaries, right? So let me drag it, and we have drag it, and if we left it as it is, it will expect the condition. That's the reason why you can see here the text is in red mark, right? So if you want to give condition, the first condition is less than 5,000. Is it accepting? No, still it is red. So in SSIS you have to give values in the double quotes, and if you want to give equals to, you have to use equals to twice in SSIS. If you give only once, it will not take it, it will throw error. So you have to use it twice if you want to use equals to, right? And here I'm just checking the condition as salary less than 5,000. Okay, and if I want to add one more, I can add it one more. So here you can rename the case as well. So here let me give e salary less than 5,000. This is my output column name instead of copy of one something, right? So I'll take one more condition, and in the condition I'll just give a salary as greater than 10,000, right? So I should give the value in double quotes, and I'll name the output column name as e salary greater than 10,000. Okay, so these are the two conditions I am giving here, and based on that output will be splitted. We'll see that. Any doubts till now?
If we want to give like greater than equal to, then how we have to?
Then we have to use equals to here.
Okay, one is enough, right?
Yeah. If you want to use only equals to, you have to use it twice. If you use once, it will throw. Only for assigning operator, it will ask for twice. Any questions? Okay. Yeah. Now, if I drag it and drop on the destination, it will pop up a window, and here we need to choose which output you want to redirect into this destination, either salary less than 5,000 or greater than 10,000, or the conditional split default output, which is the data which doesn't satisfy these two conditions. Okay, that is the third output. So let me take salary less than 5,000 output here, click on OK, and I'll take destination table, MariaDB database, and the table name is EMP details. Go to mappings. I'll give whatever the columns available, and we'll ignore rest all columns. Right. So these are the columns available in the destination. I have mapped it. And other one is, if you drag and drop, again it will ask for it. So which output you want to use it? So let me use, instead of this condition, I'll use conditional split default output. And we can also use one more destination, all right, which is greater than 10,000. So I load this data into October 2021 database, and the table is EMP details underscore merge, or yeah, merge this table. I'm going to use it. Employee ID, employee name. Since the column name are different, it is not mapped automatically. All right. So if you want to load data into another destination, we can drag it and you can use it. So that will be greater than 10,000. So for now, I'm just using 2, and let me execute. MariaDB database. Let me check the data. So we have 23 rows as of now. And in October 2021, how many records we have it? Yeah, we have some 27 rows, right? So let's remember this 27 rows in October 2021, and in our MariaDB database we have 23 records existing already. So now if I execute, and if you want to view data views, we can give it here and enable data views. Yeah. Now let me execute. We can see the data before what it is being inserted. What is the records it is being inserted here? Greater than 10,000, is it? And if I close it, why did we not give enable data viewers on the other side? Okay, let me do it. We did it, right? Okay, let me execute. This side also we enable data viewers. Right click on enable data viewers. Save it. Then execute. This is the output of less than 10,000. Is it working fine, guys? No, right?
No.
So
It's
here
not
it is
less
taking
10,000
10,000
also.
Yeah, that's what. The output is different. That's what I'm telling. It's not working, right?
Yeah, it's
Amar,
not
it's
working.
not less than 5,000. It should be. I don't see any 5,000 salary recorded. It's
So that's what it's
50,000.
not working. I'm telling. The output is wrong.
Yeah, because the conditions are not correct. It's less
Mhm.
than 50,000. You have given 5,000. I don't see any 5,000 in the table.
Mhm. Let's check that.
Can you cross check the source table?
Yeah.
So all 10,000, 20,000. It's above 10,000 only.
Just a second, guys. One second, guys. I'm getting a call. Yeah. So here we have almost salaries are greater than 5,000 only, right? Okay. So let me give conditions here. 10,000 minimum and 1 lakh, 1 lakh 10, 20,000. Okay. Let me give less than 20,000. Okay. Less than or equals to 20,000. And yeah. And greater than or equals to, I'll give
20,000.
20,000, sir.
20,000 you mentioned.
yeah. And then what is the other? Let me give greater than 80,000. Okay. Okay. And here output, let me change it less than 20,000. And here greater than 80,000. Click on OK. Save it. And why the enable data viewer is not working? It seems okay. Let me disable one side and then let me enable it on other side. Right click, execute package. This is the default output, right? So what are the conditions which I have given? Less than 20,000. Are we getting 20,000 records here? No, right? And what is the other output we have given? Here,
Greater than 80.
Less than 80, greater than 80.
Greater than 80.
greater than 80, right? But here it is not satisfying, correct? Is it satisfying
Yes.
or not?
It's not satisfying.
It's
Getting wrong
satisfying,
result.
right? No, it's correct. It's getting the correct result, right?
For less than 20,000. Greater than
When you read here, conditional speed default output it is. The enable data viewer is conditional speed data default output, which means, what is the default output means? Which doesn't satisfy the both the conditions, right? So one condition is less than 20,000, and these are the records less than 20,000. And what are the other conditions which are given? Greater than or equals to 80,000. So less than 20,000 and between about 20 and below 80,000 records should get displayed here. That is what it is getting displayed, right? Are you getting my point?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Here, guys, we are not selecting the condition here which is greater than or equal to 80,000. We are selecting the conditional speed default output, which means it doesn't satisfy the both the conditions. Clear? These are the records, right? So if you wanted, maybe let me truncate the data in destinations. So that's why every day I'll be truncating data to show you the proper result set. Truncate table. So guys, please go on mute. So one of my destination doesn't have any records, which is EMP details. And the other one is here in October 2021. I'll truncate the table. Yeah. So both the destinations, I don't have any records here. So let me execute the package. Okay. And I'm repeating here, whatever the conditions which I have selected here is, one is less than or equals to 20,000, the other one is greater than or equals to 20,000. And we are taking output is what the other one is less than 20,000 value. And the second one we are inserting as conditional speed default output, which doesn't satisfy the both outputs. Okay. I'm not taking the data which is greater than or equals to 80,000 here. This conditional data I'm not inserting in the table, right? So I'm utilizing only 2 destinations instead of 3. Right click and execute package. Okay, let me check the table data. So here in the conditional speed default output, what is the database? October 2021. Let me show you the data in October 2021 database table. What is the table name? We truncated the wrong table. Let me truncate the proper one. And I'm truncating this one as well, and I'll run it now. Okay, both the destinations as empty records. Right. So let's check the data. So unsatisfied data will be in EMP details underscore merge, which is here. What are the records it is being inserted? The data, the salaries which is not equals, which is not less than or equals to 20,000, and not greater than or equals to 80,000. So these are the data which is satisfying for unconditional output. Clear, guys? And the other output is less than 20,000 data. So it should get inserted here. Can you see all the records are less than 20,000? No, right? You can see here 1 lakh record also, and you can see here 1,10,000, 1,10,000 as well. So we are getting some wrong data as well. All right. Let me truncate it. I don't know, maybe string data type issue or. Let me go to Amarity database. Table is EMP details. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is for this destination, I'll just load greater than or equals to 80,000 records. I just want to know where exactly it is throwing the error message. I mean, why it is loading the inappropriate data. And here I'll use greater than 80,000 values. And let me disable enable data viewer. Right click and execute package. Try and find. So I'm just checking here greater than or equals to 80,000. I think again it is wrong data. It's correct only, right? 80,000 and the 90,000, but the table is having, if you look at here.
But the table having 1,10,000 also.
Yeah, that's what. I don't know why this 1,10,000 record is not considering it as greater than 80,000. Change. Only 1,10,000 it is not considering, and also 1 lakh as well, right?
Yes.
So let me check the data type. Maybe it will be the data type issues or something else. SSIS underscore EMP details. Employee salary is having worker of 50.
That means next month ఎప్పుడు వెళ్తాను దుబాయ్ వెళ్ళిపో నీ మన్ని కొడుకుకి కూడా వీలైతే తీసుకెళ్ళిపోయి
Guys, can you go on mute?
పాటించుకొని వెళ్ళండి ఇద్దరు కలిసి
Yes, sir.
Shyam, can you go on mute? And now let me change the data type of employee salary. So maybe worker is giving some issues. Let's check that. Alter table name, and then alter. What is the syntax? Column name, and then int. Do I need to give column here? Alter table name.
Yes, column.
Alter column name.
Command completed successfully. Let me refresh it. No, it is integer. Let me try to execute it. I don't have any records in my destination now. Execute package. Still 2 records.
Their output and condition both are not correct, no? Greater than or equal to, their e-salary greater than 20,000. No need to give again equal to.
Where?
Output name.
No, that
Output
is
name
just
one
column
condition.
name. No, that is just the column name. That doesn't matter. This is just for our purpose. That's it. Naming convention.
Okay.
This is just a name. Anything we can give it. This is for display. Here we are getting a display, right? Here for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay, maybe let me take different example and see. Okay, so let me quickly configure what the fault with the split or what. Conditional split 1. We'll take quickly a source. OLEDB source. Let me take only one destination and we'll see. And then conditional split. And now let me choose the data table. Okay, let me take this one. It is having integer EMP details as source. Okay, yeah. Which is in April 2021 database. Doesn't have much data, right? This is a star. This is integer. Okay. Doesn't have. I think here we have much data, and then we'll see. So I'll take this table as a source in April 2021 database, and April 2021 table name is EMP March. Go to columns. Let it be. Click on OK, and now I'll give conditions here. The conditions are salary less than 5,000. Okay, and the other condition is salary greater than 10,000. So do we have 10,000 records here? We have it, right? 30,000, 30,000. Let's check that. And case one is salary greater than some 5,000.
No, it's less than.
Less
First
than.
field.
Yeah, I'll change 10,000. Click on OK.
And Amar,
Yeah.
For the last case, we given inverted commas for condition there, but here we are not mentioned even though it is taken.
Why? Because it was worker data type. That's the reason why. That is what it failed, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. And here, let me take destination as what was the table we had taken? This is the one, right? Summary database EMP details. And EMP details. Yeah. Go to mappings and quickly point columns. Employee salary as salary and hike date. Maybe let me give hire date. Let me ignore load date. Right. So here I'm taking only less than 5,000 records. So let me truncate it. That's where we caused the issue, I guess. Let me check it. And then let me execute. It should load only less than 5,000. Yes, if it disconnects again, I'll send back the link, join back. 68 rows. Let me check the data. Can you see all are less than 5,000? Maybe let me give filter. Where salary greater than Python. It should not return any values. Do you have it? No, right? So it working fine. So let me resend you the link. Join back, guys. We'll give more conditions and check it.